Welcome, welcome. I'm Claire. This is Purple Poppy. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet today. Rest of the house is still asleep, so I'm trying not to make too much noise. It's quite early in the day, and it's a Saturday. So, as you can probably see here, I am today working with Tracie Fox Family Ties kit. I love photos. Anyone that's been here before knows that I love to use photos in my work. I've done a bit of prep, so let's show you the prep work first of all. So this one prints out like this, and I wanted to have extra space for my binding because I didn't want to lose any of the image, and because the way it prints out, my extra space is on the outside, so I'm not going to use this image for this particular project. I'm going to be using this one, and I want to turn it around this way, and then this will give me the binding that I want, because you know these old books, you often get that sort of inch or so of the leather that wraps around the spine. So that's the idea for that one. I'm going to be making like almost a photograph album stroke sales book. So I've cut out 2 of these. Now if you don't have this die, you could easily do it with a corner tuck or even several pockets. You'll see what I mean as I go along. So I've got those. This has been mounted onto 200-gram card just to give it some strength, because this is going to be the cover, the front cover. And then I have printed the image of this paper onto card. I've also printed one on paper. You can see the difference of the papers that you print on. And then I've backed the card printed one. Excuse me. So we'll set that aside for one moment. And this I've cut to the same size as this, because this is my front, this is my back, and then that's my wraparound bit. I hope that makes sense, or it will make more sense as we go along. And then I'm going to be using these ones that will fit in these slots. That's the idea, you see. And this is the page that's got 6 pictures and 6 backs on, because on this kit of Tracie's there are loads and loads of pages and lots of different sizes. There you go, that's the one with just the 2. This is obviously the big one with just the 1, and this has got 6, and there is also a tiny one as well, look, with loads. So you've got all sorts of opportunities with this kit. I loved it, I love photographs, and I wanted to use it. So let's start with our front and our back. So the first thing that I want to do is, obviously I want to cut this to size. So I think probably my guillotine will be best. So I'll get my cutty guillotine out, lift this up, and I'm going to trim this side here. Like so. And then I'm going to do my top. And my bottom. I'm not doing that side because that is my spine area. I'll cut that a little bit short, never mind. Okay, so that's that one. And then what I want to do is I want to work out how big my spine is going to be, because this is much too big. So let's bring in my scoreboard and let's have a look and see where we're going to go with this. So I think I want it there. I think that's going to give me, a good size. And that fold over, you see, will allow me to join it. So I'm going to line this all the way up there, like so, and trim that off. Okay, now as you can tell, I've not done a pre-test of this. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants, as you know I tend to do. But it's all going to be good. Right. So now let's size this up. So we want it there. Okay. And then we want it there. I think that's okay. That's all our trimming done for the time being. Let's get rid of those pieces. We don't need those. And then we need to work out, where did I do my score line? There, 3/4. So let's make sure we've got this the right way round. Yes. Put that in. Put that in. And score it at 3/4. Like so. And then by bending that over, that should give us our front. Yeah, there you go. That gives us our front leather. Okay. Now I am actually going to cut this piece off because I don't want to see the white inside. So that's got rid of that. And then that is going to go in there like so. And that gives us our leather spine. Perfecto. So let's get some ink on this first of all. Actually, we need to cover that side, don't we? Let's cover that side first, then we can ink it all together. Else we'll be inking and gluing and driving ourselves mad. So let's get some glue on here. Okay. Let's pick this up. Pop it right up next to the white border. The trimming of the white border. Turn it over. Give it a good press down. Okay, pick it out and trim it. If you haven't realised yet, I'm a super messy gluer. In fact, I'm super messy everything, really. I think I might round my corners. I think it'll just give it that finished look somehow. So I'll get my punch board out in a minute. And let's round these corners. So that one, I always do it front and back just to make sure. And that one. And then this one. Okay. Right, let's glue this together. So, let's glue down here. I'm actually going to spread it out on my finger because I don't want it sliding around too much. Line that up and press it down. So now we've created this like wraparound cover. Just make sure it's properly lined up. Mine's slightly off there. There we go. Now I'm going to ink it up. So just literally all the way around the edge. And then I'm going to open it up and I'm going to do my top and bottom because I don't want any white edges. Now look at that, that's why it's out of line, because that's better. That's better. Okay, and then obviously just all the way round, because we don't want to see that white card that's in the middle. Okay, and then if we open it up, we can get this middle line as well. Because also we want it to be super flexible on that spine. Ta-da! Just like that. Now what I want to do is I want to put these on. So I'm going to, oh, we've got a bit of white edge showing there. I think actually we might need a bit of extra glue on there. Let's just deal with this. Yeah, you see, we need a little bit of extra glue on there. There you go, that's dealt with that. Right, now we want these on here. Now remember with these that you've got to only do the edges. I got carried away once and glued the whole of the bottom and then nothing could get through. But this is what I'm saying, if you haven't got this dye, it's going to be zero. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen, was it? Fortunately, this glue does actually rub off. Perhaps that's another reason that I love it, because I'm so messy with glue. Who knows? Anyway, that's that one. But this is what I was saying about if you don't have one of these dies, you could very easily just do a number of pockets, or you could do a corner pocket and just tuck them in that way. It's not a problem. I'm using it because I've got it. Simple as that, really. And I do love it. I suppose we don't buy things we don't love, do we? But how many times I know I have, how many times have you bought stuff that you thought you loved, and then it was a nightmare to use, and you sort of rued the day you bought it. I've got many things like that. Right, there we go. Excuse me. So now I need to start making up my pictures to go in. I think because these are smaller, it's probably going to be easier to do them with scissors. Oh. Okay, so Tracie's done it so it goes that way. Okay, so it's going to go this way. So it's those two, then those two, and then those two. Right, now I may be wrong, but I think the easiest way to do this is probably to go edge to edge. So I'm going to cut that edge, and I'm going to cut this edge like so, and then I'm going to fold that one to that side, I think this is the easiest way to do it. I'm going to fold them together like that, yeah, and then I'm going to trim them once they're done. So I'm going to glue this up. Fold it over and just glue it shut like so, and then when it's had a chance to dry, I'll go around and trim and ink them all. That's my plan anyway. That way you've got a front and a back. I didn't cut that very straight at all. That's going to give me a bit of an issue, but never mind. That way you've got a front and a back to them all, and they're that little bit stronger because you've got two layers and the glue. But I'm sure if you've got this kit, you may have found a different or an easier way to do it. And I'm sure that Tracie's got a video with suggestions, but I've not seen it. So I'm just, as usual, flying by the seat of my pants, being a daredevil, attacking it and seeing what happens. Hey, it's half the fun of crafting for me. And if it don't work, it don't work. It's only a bit of paper. It's only paper and glue. See, in this one, we'll do this way. Yeah, that looks like that's going to work. So hubby's finished work for the year now, so we are officially on the Christmas holidays. He's not back till next year now, so I'm not quite sure whether it's second or the third, but it's holidays. So we're off to do some jobs today. I need to do something for my youngest daughter. We're having a lazy day tomorrow. And then we're busy on Monday. And when I come back on my next video, which will be after Monday, I will tell you all about what we did on Monday, because I'm thinking it's awesome, because it's our wedding anniversary on Monday. So we always do something. We haven't, well, I say always, obviously we haven't done anything for the last 2 years because we've been indoors, haven't we? We've just had to have small private celebrations, as it were. But usually we do something. The last Christmas before lockdown, he actually took me to Vegas. We had a fantastic time in Vegas. Again, probably not cut that very straight, but we can trim it all up once they're all stuck down. So, how many have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why we've got 5 when I counted 6. That's very odd. But anyway. And now I'm going to do these ones as well. So yes, yeah, that's Monday. We'll be going and having some celebrations, and I'll tell you all about that when I come back after Monday. And then there's various, you know, visits and things that need to be done because it's that time of year, although they are being pared down a little bit now with the new variants, etc. But there's still got, you know, still certain things that need to be done. Am I too far off this corner again? So yeah, it's just basically a girl doing some gluing today. Now that is our cover, so we don't want to use that one. Although we didn't use the photograph, did we? So that's fine. So yeah, that's all my news and updates, if you like. Just basically a girl sitting here doing some gluing. But I thought I'd pop on and share because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's in love with photos and has got this kit. And I must admit, I did look at this kit when Tracie first advertised that she'd done it. And I never ever got around to getting on to buy it. Busy with Christmas stuff and, you know, all of that. Excuse me. And then yesterday I got a notification that she had a sale in her shop, and I was like, you really must get over there now and buy that kit that you've been meaning to buy. So if you haven't yet got this wonderful kit and you're interested in it, Tracie has got a sale. Although I'm, you know, as I've said before when I talk about Andrea, there is no way this lady needs any advertising from little old me. But, you know, you may not have seen it, you may not be on a channel or whatever, so these are awesome pictures, and obviously it prints absolutely beautiful, because as you can probably tell from me cutting it, this is only very thin 80-gram copy of paper. If you were to print these on, you know, photo quality paper or something, they would be even more awesome. But bearing in mind everything I do is grungy and has that semi, you know, old worn out look. That's one of the reasons I use the thinner, cheaper paper, because I think sometimes the imperfections in the print are actually great and add to, well, my style really, what I'm doing. Obviously when you're printing sort of background and papers and things, you don't want misprints, but right, I think we'll stop there because you're probably getting really bored of just watching me glue and fold by now. So now let's trim these up. Let's turn them over so we've got, as it were, the oldest and driest ones first. So just trimming them along the edge. Of course, these would have been originally what's referred to as cabinet cards before Tracie scanned them in, and I'm sure to scan them in she had to take them apart because obviously, oh, she might not, she might just have turned them over. There you go. So, trim. An inch. And, oh, we got some glue slippage here. Oh no, just double make sure. No, they're all good. And just pop that one in. Excuse me. And you could, of course, add some journaling pages down the middle as well, if you wanted to. I just thought it would be a nice sort of photograph album to go into a pocket or something. In a journal. I have actually made photography journals before. That was quite a while ago now, when I was selling my journals through Lindsay. I definitely remember sending her a photographer's journal, just because I love photos so much. You know, I like a story. I recently did that sales person's case, didn't I, with all the buttons and lace and things. So yeah, maybe this is the sales kit for a photography company. Perhaps it's time for another photography journal. Right, I've just remembered it's always best if you stick these in from the top first. Right, always start from the top. I just remembered that. And because then once you've got that back one in, they all slide in and out with no problem whatsoever. You see, you have to have all bars used. Right, there we go. Of course, it's very similar to when you do those stuffed envelopes and you put loads and loads of things in the front pocket. I was thinking actually it might be an idea to use one of those stuffed envelopes as a cover, because you could sort of, I was thinking, could do two, join them together with a stuffed pocket part on the inside, as it were, and then you'd have all your stuff on the inside, a bit like we're doing here. Especially work with a, you know, a plain journal where you've just got interesting papers, your coffee dyes and your ledgers and so on. See, there's that one. And then our very last one at the bottom. And I can move over and do the other side. And although I'm using this kit of traces, if you've got lots of photographs already, then, you know, you could just do a similar thing with your existing photos. I do have quite a lot of photos, you know, but I just wanted these because of all these beautiful backs. My photos don't have backs. Right, so there's that side. We're just going to do the other side. As you can hear, I'm still plagued by this cold. In fact, I think when I saw my youngest granddaughter the other day, she's probably given me a totally different cold. So I think I've now got a new cold on top of the old one. It's no wonder I can't clear it. But there you are. It's winter. Winter is full of colds. And that's just, you know, where we are. I'm pretty good. I don't usually get ill. I was thinking this is the first time that I've actually been poorly for about 3 years. So, and I'm not exactly ill. I've just got this rather annoying cough. So it's all good. It's all good in the hood. There we go. There's that one. Sorry, I'm quite quiet today, aren't I? A, I'm aware of the house sleeping, and B, I'm enjoying this, so I'm semi-concentrating. However, we need extra glue in here. There we go. And we need a bit more of a trim up. Perfect. So, 2 more, and then we are done. So, oh, that's really crooked, Claire. That's really, really bad. That is beyond bad. That's better. See? And then I talk and it all goes wrong. So best we stop talking. Just funny enough, talking about not talking, because that's when you get it wrong. I just watched a video of Gail's, and I could see that she was doing something that wasn't going to work, and I'm shouting at the screen as you do, no, and obviously she couldn't hear me. And then she suddenly went, no, that doesn't work. I think that's what happens, you know, we get chatting to you and sharing stories and enjoying you being around, and then all of a sudden we realise we've done something that's a bit of a boo-boo. But, you know, that's life. We can live with it, can we not? So, there you go. That is my idea for Saturday, and this wonderful kit of the lovely Tracie Fox. So, I've got my lovely little photo album or sales kit for John Burton and Sons in Leicester. When I open it up, we got photographs, either examples of his work, or maybe it's just our photo album printed by these guys, and this is our family. Either way, I think it's a delightful little thing to go inside a journal. As always, thank you for joining me. Stay safe, happy crafting. I'll see you again soon.